Hello. So I'm doing a video on the Raspberry Pi 3 running in a Pi top, and I'm going to be loading the operating system SliTaz, and it's going to boot from RAM. So it is like a 24 megabyte image, and it is it's a very basic operating system, and I'm just going to compare it to running compared to the Raspberry Pi OS. So this is actually I selected the wrong one, so I'm going to restart it. It was just loading the command terminal. Okay, so this is the desktop version. It doesn't take that long, but of course it needs to boot up and transfer to the RAM. And you can see the Pi top here. Okay, looks like it's booting up. So we're just selecting the language and the keyboard. Just do something simple. So this is SliTaz. I think I have gotten it to run on the Raspberry Pi. It's just my first video on it. The other video I was using an Atom processor, which actually only had two threads, so this is actually a 4-core. But it's still neat to see it on a Raspberry Pi compared to something that was like 12 years ago. Now, all the applications don't seem to work, at least with this one. So the monitor didn't work, this browser didn't work, although I am able to get this. I am connected to Ethernet, so I am able to get internet. It's just I'm only going to be using the text-based browser. So I mean, this stuff works pretty fine. And then there is another editor that does work, so I can type there. I wasn't able to get the system monitor to work, but I can get the file manager, so I can navigate. So it's pretty fast. And then now I don't really know any websites that work with this, but I was able to find a bookmark. So there's about 3 links. One of them didn't work, and these are in English. The home page didn't work. Calibration, I can try this. Looks like that one's not loading. So the only one in English that is working is this one here, which is pretty interesting. It's so it does show images. I thought it only showed text, but I guess it does show. And then you have kind of talks about the browser. So yeah, quite a few powerful things. It could be good for something like an e-ink display, where you only want to display certain types of content instead of a lot of complex JavaScript that can't really display really well. So it's pretty interesting to see it on here. Of course, with 24 megabytes, you don't have a whole lot to use. But I mean, this is definitely capable of running more complex browsers. And I didn't really find a a package manager, but I could definitely install something through the terminal. So if I wanted to install like browser netsurf, I think it's, well, I don't know if this terminal is going to work. Maybe it's not running. I guess not. And I guess we could try some of the other web pages. Let's see how well that works. There is a menu here, I just don't know how to get to it. There we are. Bookmarks. Now that one seems to be the same one. I don't think these will work, but we could try it. So it looks like the only other page that works is just that manual in a different language, which could be Czech. It looks like it's Czechoslovakian, or I may have gotten that wrong, but it's just my guess. Okay, I guess I'm not supposed to click on that arrow, just anywhere. I'll be to the right of it. And we'll just try that again. So this is basically the same page but in a different language. So those are really the only two pages you can access. I mean, I could try another page and just type G, and that's for Google. You can actually get there. So it looks like Google does support it. I mean, yeah, you could even check like news, see what's in the news. So it does look like it'll go a little further than that. So yeah, you kind of do get some, you get information. You don't really necessarily get to access the website, but I think it's pretty good for a browser like this. I mean, you could probably run this in a microcontroller instead of you know, needing a gigabyte of RAM like this does. But I think overall it's pretty cool to have this. So yeah, I didn't really get any other applications to run, so you know, you can definitely you know, check it out. But if you go on the Raspberry Pi website, you can download an image of Raspberry Pi OS, just the basic version with desktop, not the light one. And that's actually all you really need to download it. Once you download it, you can install the Pi image through the SliTaz website, and there's a debian file you can download. So it's super easy. You don't even have to do the any other installation, and then it just installs a dual boot on your SD drive. So thanks for watching this video. I'll post the link in the description.